Okay, so I didn't record that, so what we have here is just native Australian wildlife. So we've got some acacias, got a lot of eucalypts, and as you can see, these eucalypts are actually quite small and thin. So these soils are actually quite poor in nutrients. It is the Riddle Sandstone. So where I am, so here on the other phone, this is where I am off the, what's that road? Okay, the Riddle Sandstone. So it's you see black shales, but this is fairly weathered, so it's actually yellow. Grey siltstone. So it should be black to grey. That should be the original colour of the rock. So obviously if it's yellow, it's highly weathered. Shale commonly graptolitic, so if you find any shale, haven't found any in here. Okay, siltstone, well sorted. X-bedded, minor conglomerate. Don't know what X-bedded means. Probably cross-bedded, that means. Means it would be top of a, no, in the middle of a boomer sequence. So you got the conglomerates, then you get the sandstones, then you get the cross bedding, and then you get the siltstones and the finer material up the top. Okay, so if you want to know whatever rock is around here, we have, so this is the Castlemaine Formation. So this is a lot older. So this is 485 to 458. And the Riddle Sandstone's 458 to 430, something like that, million years ago. So, basically, go back. No, it doesn't want to. Okay, so basically, this has been uplifted and it's been eroded. So the Riddle Sandstone's been eroded out of the formation. So that's basically what we're looking at there. And this probably has Castlemaine group underneath the Riddle Sandstone. And the yellow stuff that you see is all basalt. So it's in your volcanics. Then you got colluvium down south. So all this material is actually flowing down south. So we're talking about south is that way. So and you've got this little gully here. And it's not a permanent watercourse, it only flows when there's lots of rain. If there's just a small amount of rain, it won't be flowing, but it flows that way. You can gauge by the actual depth. So the hill is actually going that way. And the angle on that side is probably about 20 to 30 degrees. The hill on that side's probably about 30. It's actually a lot steeper. And as you can see, there's lots of regrowth with the rain we've had in the past few years. Lots of Cassinia. Most of the regrowth is acacias. That one's a eucalyptus. And there was pied carawongs that I saw before, and there should be other birds. So this probably doesn't have any koalas. Koalas like a lot of water in their food, and this seems a bit dry, as you can see from how thin the actual plants are. So this is probably nutrient poor and probably dry material. So the root system of the plant would have to go a fair way to actually encounter water. But that's nice. Anyway, let's have a look at some rocks. Obviously in the gully you're not going to find anything. It's all just regolith. So we go to the road cutting across the road. The road itself is actually all original material. But the road cutting, so this is basically, it's all regolith. It's all fairly weathered. So you're not really going to find anything in that. And here's a large block of highly weathered material. This has been indurated, means that the iron oxide has made it a lot harder than what it should actually be. So that's why it's come out in blocks. you got all this leaf litter, and even if you go up the road, doesn't matter how far you go, you're just going to encounter the soil. A lot of this indurated material, so really you're not going to find any fossils, but it's just a nice place to actually walk around. So these fence posts, I think this is someone's property, and we do have this quartz, so I don't think they've actually brought any material in here for the road. Doesn't look like it. So this has probably been deposited from, so it's come upstream. It's been rounded. Some of it has not as rounded. And this will be gold load bearing. So in this watercourse, you could potentially find gold if you go and fossick around in it. Okay, and here we have some siltstone. So where you're going to find quartz, potential to find gold, but this one looks pretty clean. So it looks pretty clear. It doesn't have a lot of mineralization in it, which, as you can see, is quite a lot. And I would be grouse if I could actually find a gold nugget now. But chances of doing that are actually fairly slim. What you need is a metal detector. And the best place to go, so yeah, probably right in the center. You try, and then you make your way out. If people were actually gold prospecting, they probably have a lot better knowledge than me. But it'd be good if you could actually source a gold vein, a quartz vein, should I say. So a quartz vein would have the material running down. So you'd actually follow the quartz vein down, and you'd actually follow the river course down as well, because gold is a lot heavier than quartz, so it would be deposited in the slightest chance of losing energy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little tour of somewhere in outback Australia, which, yeah, I'm a bit parched actually, which it's a nice beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. Saturday's going to be like 37 degrees. Oh, beautiful. Summer in Australia is just awesome. Thank you, and hooroo.